where is this from again? Like 80s? Yeah, 1980s 2B. Good example of this horn. Compared to the 3B that I just played a little bit ago, it is only slightly more constrictive, not much so. Actually a very open sounding horn. 485, 495 dual bore. Feels much bigger than it actually is. Great example of a lead horn. A little bit brighter than the like 50s arrow horns, 50s and 60s arrow horns. These horns, I find, this one in particular feels closer to maybe the 1970s-ish 2Bs that I played on. And there's a little lacquer evidence of damage on the bell. Nothing major, actually very good example of one of these horns. Feels great. The high range has a nice crack to it. It doesn't feel like you're bumping up against a wall like on some 2Bs that I played on, and I played on dozens of them, a bunch. Yeah, this is a good sounding horn, nice solid approach to it. You'll see minor evidence of repairs, maybe the occasional ding or whatever. Nothing that's really affecting the function of the horn. The slide feels great. I recommend the Yamaha Trombone slide snot on these horns in particular. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't think these horns can really play with a big sound. I find that they play with a much larger sound than their size would indicate. And don't let the small bell fool you. It gets a huge round sound, as I hope you can hear, coming out the other end of the bell. I would recommend this for lead work, solo work. If you like to, like play a little bit closer to the mic, kind of like a Bill Watrous kind of approach to playing, this horn sounds great. But if you also like to paste it to the heavens, if you're one of those guys that plays in big bands and is like, get that microphone away from me, I'm the same way. Salsa bands, International House of Praise and Worship, I think these kind of horns sound great on that stuff. It's a little brighter, a little bit more cutting than the 3B. So it's an excellent lead horn, an excellent horn for, soloing over the top of ensembles, being able to cut and get out in front. But it's also a wonderful on the mic horn for recording and for playing in that specific style of playing that requires you to really eat the mic.